Sanders running it. But I think the general consensus, I think if you asked, the majority of the population, they think it was Obama's third term.
It was for sure Obama's third term. I don't think that's even a question. I don't think anyone, it definitely was. And that's why you saw Obama fighting for his dear life. Why was he fighting so hard in the fall? Because he was fighting for his fourth term. He was fighting for his own legacy. The relationship between Obama and Biden.
Both sides. Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare, we're trying to provide housing for Black Americans. The impact on the choice, the idea that they're gonna, I'm proposing that everybody, the millionaires pay 1%. So no one I would not raise the cost of Social Security for anybody. I got my handicap.
Oh, thank God. Thank you, we dodged Obama's fourth term. Oh, thank you. Woo. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. We want to thank you. We want to thank you.
Which when I was vice president, down to a 6. And wants to get rid of the ability of Medicare for us to be able to negotiate drug prices with the big pharma companies. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. No one was hurt. No one Israeli was accidentally killed, and it stopped. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
Wow. That really happened. I'm so glad we didn't get a fourth term. Oh, we didn't just dodge a bullet. We dodged a nuclear missile.
Most party chieftains didn't have Kamala Harris as their number one choice. But in the party of DEI, you can't skip a Black woman.
Woo! Oh, man. Whistleblowing at its finest. Shot it in the foot.
Relationship with the Bidens. I'm going to get in so much trouble for saying all this. Please give me credit but these are the people who ran our country for the last 4 years.
So let's go through each.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. When you try to kill our citizens, we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
How that thing go? Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. We got to blow that whistle. Whistle blowing at its finest. Whistle blowing at its finest. Y'all got to come on and get it in before they might even delete it. They might take it down. I'm just saying. It's all coming out. Yeah, and as you can see, things are being exposed. People have been caught with their hands in the cookie jar. Yeah. And come to find out her name isn't Michelle, it's Michael. Big Mike. Hey. Whoa. Yeah, these Democrats are getting exposed. And I'm just glad we dodged a nuclear missile, not a bullet, a nuclear missile. We did not get Barry's fourth term, y'all. Whew. Oh, man. The man won 3 elections. Our president, DJT. He won 3 elections. But a lot of y'all sent this to me. And y'all even sent this to me a week ago. And I'm just now getting into it. But it was Obama's 3rd term. Whistleblower exposes the Biden administration. Oh, man. Oh, Lindy. And I think he's become MAGA now, or Republican, or she's a bit. But as you can see, a lot of them have abandoned the ship. They done ran a lot of Democrats out. They went too far left. Yeah, everybody just walking out, packing their bags. In the morning, during the day, in the afternoon. It don't matter. They just walk out anytime. Yeah. And we see them live, on air, on TV. You know? Yeah. It's happening, y'all. So let's go and jump into this, family.
Obama's third term. I don't think that's even, it was for sure Obama's third term. I don't think that's even a question. But also, he didn't have much faith in Kamala Harris before she ascended.
Yeah, buddy. And we seen that we had that fact checker come in with that lip reader of what he said to Biden. Yeah, they knew Kamala was, we all knew. Didn't earn it. Drunk and tired inventory. DEI. You could put DEI in multiple categories. Drunk. She mixed the clear in the dark. Coconuts were just falling out the coconut tree. Word salads. Yeah. Salads everywhere. She's still giving salads right now. Hungover. Ridiculous. Yeah, but it's all coming out, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Join the family. Have you joined the family yet? Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Let's rock and roll, family.
To the top role, he was vetting people like Mark Kelly and Andy Bashir.
So who is running it? Who are the names? Of, you know,
oh boy, it's fun to get good. It's fun to get good. It's fun to get good. Oh man.
And these are friends of mine that are moderate Democrats, say that they thought it was Elizabeth Warren running it. They thought it was Bernie Sanders running it. But I think the general consensus, I think if you ask, you know, the majority of the population, I think it was Obama's third term.
It was for sure Obama's third term. I don't think that's even a question. I don't think anyone, it definitely was. And that's why you saw Obama fighting for his dear life. Why was he fighting so hard in the fall? Because he was fighting for his fourth term. He was fighting for his own legacy. The relationship between Obama and Biden is most reminiscent of that between LBJ and JFK. JFK had little respect for Lyndon B. Johnson, but he picked him anyway because he wanted to win the South. He wanted to win Texas. But he had very little respect for LBJ's intellect. JFK was surrounded by his Harvard brain trust, and he had immense disdain for LBJ's Texas Hill Country vibe. And that was the same attitude that Obama had towards Biden. Obama thought that Biden would eventually fuck everything up.
Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. And sorry, I had to put the key comment thing just to protect my videos so they won't get taken down.
And that's eventually actually what happened. So, but also he didn't have much faith in Kamala Harris. Before she ascended to the top role, he was vetting people like Mark Kelly and Andy Bashir. Most party chieftains didn't have Kamala Harris as their number one choice. But in the party of DEI, you can't skip a black woman. The optics would have been terrible.
So who
In a party of DEI, you can't skip a black woman. Oh, man, this thing is getting spicy. And I know this is not a surprise to any of you. A lot of y'all been calling this out for a long time. You know, we've been calling out the corruption. We've been calling out all this crap. And I'm glad that we're taking out the garbage now. I really am, y'all. I really am grateful, man. Oh.
who is running it? Who are the names?
Steve Ricchetti, his senior advisor, Anita Dunn, Mike Donnellan, Ron Klain, Jeff Zients, Bob Bauer,
remember?
his personal lawyer, who's actually his personal lawyer, who actually released a book basically grifting off his relationship with the Bidens. I'm going to get in so much trouble for saying all this. Please give me credit for. But these are the people who ran our country for the last 4 years.
So let's go through
Ow. Woo. Man.
each name
She said, I'm going to get in so much trouble. Prayers for Lindy, man. You know, when I tell you, when you blow that whistle, they come get you. Yeah, buddy, they come get you. Rest in peace for some of them folks and blew the whistle. I want to send my prayers to this beautiful young lady.
for all of the audience. Not everybody is as tuned in with who's who in the political
Steve,
world.
As a general overview, these are the people who made a living off of their connection with Biden. It's like they were leeching off the Biden name for decades, and all of them realized that they would never work for another president, so they had to ride the gravy train all the way through, you know, and ride it to the very end. And that's why all of them refused refused to concede the truth, which is that Biden is unfit, and he would have been comatose by the time he was 86.
Who's the first name you mentioned?
Steve Ricchetti, the same guy who put his own kid at the Treasury,
Who is he? What's his position?
his most senior White House senior advisor. Like all of them are White House counselor or White House senior advisor, and they are the gatekeepers of the president.
Who's the next name?
Mike Donnellan, the same guy who's feeding, I'm just going to say it like it is, feeding Biden fake numbers, telling him that he would win, he would beat Trump. Like, are you, like, seriously, are you kidding me? And the truth of the matter is, by the time Biden was going to drop out, he was on track to lose Electoral College by 400 votes. Trump was on track to get 400 Electoral College votes. Not a typo. I'm not misspeaking. 400 electoral votes.
We all knew that. I remember we went through all those polls, we went through everything that was happening on the ground. Yeah, we knew it was going to be a landslide either way. Yeah. Kamala, Amelia, she need a no voter ID. Yeah, buddy. No voter ID. She had them ghost voters. They got millions and millions of people, 150 to 300 years old, still voting. They say, Rick, why you say that? Shh, they gonna shut you down. I got, the truth, man. Yeah, still in Social Security, but they also voting too, huh? Where's all the fraudulent checks going? Yeah, it's a lot of corruption, man, and it's all coming out. It's all coming out.
By the time he dropped out. And Mike Donnellan, his pollster, whom he, they go back decades. By the way, the major qualification for all of these folks is that they know Biden really well. These aren't like PhDs or like rocket scientists or anything like that. It's just because of loyalty. And they've stayed with him for a number of years. So Mike Donnellan, Nancy Pelosi actually called him out. And she said, show me the numbers, Mike. Like, show me where you're getting these numbers that show that Biden can still beat Trump. And Donnellan wasn't able to deliver. No such numbers exist.
Who's the next name?
Who did I say? Anita Dunn. I actually have a soft spot for Anita Dunn because she got iced out of the Biden circle in August of this past year because she dared to say, maybe it's a good idea for the president to shy away from his convicted felon of a son because the optics aren't great.
Why do you have a soft spot for somebody who's running the country in the shadows to the ground?
Because she dared to speak up. She's the only one who did. She's the only one who dared to utter criticism.
But we went 4 years.
I know, but she's the only one who did anything a little bit different, And she got exiled. She got kicked out of the White House.
When?
So she's July. So she
Who
got
else?
booted out. And then not only her husband got booted out. Her husband, Bob Bauer, was Biden's personal attorney. So after Anita... Oh, so I should also mention that after the debate, Hunter basically commandeered the White House. He sat in on all the White House top-level meetings. You had a former cocaine addict sitting in on the most sensitive meetings of the most consequential and important government in world history. Does that sit right with you?
Wow. And y'all know, I know why this lady got attacked, insulted, dragged across the mud, man, from her own people, and I told y'all, be ready for a certain whistleblower to blow that whistle after this election. I told y'all this. I said, be ready. Y'all remember when I said it? Especially the OGs on the channel. Y'all remember I said, wait. There's going to be more to come out, and there's going to be some big things that are going to make your jaw drop. And it's even worse than this.
No.
Without security clearance, mind you. No security clearance. That's who was basically running the show. So Hunter basically battened down the hatches after the debate to make sure that his father would only receive intel that he pre-approved. And so Anita Dunn got exiled around this time, along with her husband. Her husband was playing Trump in the debate prep. Ron Klain was disgraced after the debate blew up. And then Jeff Zients, the person who's worth like hundreds of millions of dollars, the chief of staff. I should mention that the weekend that Biden made the decision to drop out, he only told two people in that circle, and that's that's Steve Ricchetti and Mike. He didn't tell Anita because I was on a call with Anita that morning and she had no idea it was going to happen. It completely caught her off guard. So by that time, they were already easing her out of the circle.
Is there any? Did we cover all the names?
Did we? Jill Biden?
Jill Biden.
She was like president.
Dr. Jill, the doctor.
She was president. I was with Joe and Jill the night of the debate. I was at their VIP debate watch party. I slept all the way to Atlanta, Georgia for that to show my support. Oh my gosh, Sean, you wouldn't believe it. So that night, I have the pictures too. I was with Joe. And so Jill takes Joe by the hand. The names are so similar. I'm sorry. Jill takes Joe by the hand on stage and she's like, Joe, you knew all the facts. You answered all the questions. And you know that.
You did such a great job, Joe. You did such a great job. Yeah. I showed y'all a clip in the intro of how good of a job he did. Trump says, I don't even know what, he doesn't even know what he's, I don't know what he's saying, and he doesn't even know what he's saying.
Hand gesture that she does. And I'm thinking, you're treating him like a first grader. You know, like just because he, you know, like you shouldn't applaud him for doing the basics. And you could just tell that she was fighting for dear life to hold on to the vestige of power. And just a few days later, she was on the cover of Vogue. So the whole thing was a Jill Biden show.
First one, they should have, in that plane, on inauguration day, I'm telling you, they should have dropped both of them off at the station and walked them both out with their hands behind their back. They should have been thrown in jail.
He was not as authentic as Joe, I want to say. I think as Joe got older, maybe you think I'm naive in saying this, but I'm not even sure if he remembers all of the corruption that he engaged in.
It doesn't surprise me.
Like I don't think he had a full.
Oh, I didn't knock my headphones out. Man. Oh my goodness. Dementia Joe, the Biden crime family, man. And I'll tell you, the corruption is deeper than this, y'all. There is so much we still. Hey. Yeah, I don't know. Rick been right about a lot of things, but it is very corrupt, man. And there's some more eyebrow raising and jaw dropping stuff that still hasn't come out yet. Be ready for it.
Full understanding what was going on.